Stephen Jones.
Well, starting off with our time lapse, you could see some pretty big changes compared to what we were looking at yesterday. Not the same cloud cover, and the temperatures much better. If you were stepping out today, it almost felt hot out there with only the 50s is what we got up to, but compared to yesterday, definitely a little bit warmer. And with that great sunset, we're of course cooling off now towards the 10 p.m. hour with the nighttime cooling into the 40s already. 42 here in town, 46 off to the north in Ballinger. The warm spot's going to be Junction right now at the 47-degree mark, and the cool spot off towards the west, Ozona and Mertzen, tying at the 41-degree mark, so about 6 degrees of spread across the Concho Valley. Whenever we look at the dew points, we're seeing a bigger spread of the dew points compared to the temperatures, from about 27 up there in Sterling City right now to 44 in Junction and 39 over there in Mason. Relative humidity indices from the 50s to the 90s as you work your way towards the southeast. Where we have more of this moisture is where we could see more of that patchy fog potentially in the morning as our temperatures go towards that freezing point, mainly in some of those low-lying areas, but we're going to be on the lookout for that. Shouldn't cause too much in terms of travel impacts. Of course, the moisture tracker is going to show you more of this dry air working in towards tomorrow as we get that westerly wind. By about Monday into Tuesday, some of those greens working back into the state of Texas, but unfortunately not looking like enough for rain here in the Concho Valley, maybe a little bit towards East Texas. We're going to want more moisture into the area if we're going to get some more cloud cover, and then especially that rain. I know the drought monitor could use it right now. Upper level winds showing you this trough that's going to continue to move off towards the east. We're going to see this ridge pushing in just a little bit, but then we get a good trough. By about Wednesday into Thursday, drops a weaker cold front into the Concho Valley, bringing us back towards the 60s, more seasonable temperatures for this time of the year. And then as we go into Thursday and Friday, that's where things start to warm back up with this ridge pushing over the state. And I think we're going to kick off March next Saturday in the 80s is what I'm forecasting right now. For the national satellite, currently seeing a good amount of moisture from about Nebraska into the Dakotas, in the main source of moisture right now, up towards the Pacific Northwest, really in the crosshairs for Oregon, into Washington there, but across the state of Texas. Most of our activity off towards the east a little bit here into the plains of Texas, moving in from New Mexico, just a little bit of that cloud cover for some of our northern counties. Not expecting this to be anything going into tonight as we look at the futurecast. You're going to see those clouds continuing to work their way towards the east, especially going into tomorrow. All that rain really out towards Dallas and New Orleans looking like they're in the crosshairs here in the Concho Valley, looking like a beautiful Sunday. I'd advise you or tell you to go out and enjoy it. Take advantage of tomorrow as those temperatures push up into the 70s. Maybe even bring a water bottle with you, because it's going to be feeling warmer and warmer as we go through the days ahead. Monday, more of the same with those sunny skies overhead, and that's where I think the 80s make their first return for our area. And then going into Tuesday, we're going to be more of the same with those 80s making their return. Of course, tonight I said we've got one more freeze for us. I'm forecasting 32 over at Mathis Field. With those winds out of the south-southeast about 5 to 10 miles an hour, one more light freeze, and then we start to warm up pretty good. Look at this by tomorrow. 74 degrees, just a great Sunday to get out there. Enjoy it and maybe get out and about if you can. And if you're looking to get a workout in, I think it's also going to be a good day for that if you're trying to get a good sweat in. Really throughout the entire day, we're looking pretty good as those daytime highs come up towards the 70s, maybe a little bit towards 8 a.m., a little bit cool for me, for my tastes if you're going out for a run. But as we go through the day, I think it's looking like a great one for it. And then those 80s coming back to the area, the overnight lows following the same trend, the 40s and the 50s there by Tuesday night. Get that weak cold front, like I said, seasonable temperatures there for Thursday, but then kicking off March next Saturday, right back to the 80s. That's going to be all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN news after the break.